Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Chat About Death. It is Chris, and I'm very lucky to have two extra people on the panel today. I have Simon, which you all know Simon. Hello.
Hello.
And my lovely wife, Emma. Hello, Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Play School.
It is not
We're going through the circular window.
the arch.
Yeah. Do you remember those days of play school and those, all the, no? You're looking
Yeah.
at me like, I don't know
I
what he's
remember
talking
that.
about.
Each day's a different window.
Yep.
Yeah,
A play school song.
that's right.
Still
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to be talking about more and more superstitions because we just can't get enough of them. And we have Mr. Debunker here to go with the rest of his labels that we've got him as. And then if we have some time after that, I might just talk a little bit about aquamation. We've had a few people ask about that. And Emma's provided, once again on the laptop, some stuff there that I can read out. Now, with superstitions, what do we have? Some of these we may have done before, but anyway, we'll repeat it because I think Simon wants to probably add some more to it.
Probably. I mean, some of the ones I found that I've never heard of, so that'll be interesting to see what Simon says.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon says.
Yeah,
That's it.
Simon says
That's it.
that's your head. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one I found, which I know many people probably argue, pregnant women must avoid funerals.
But why is that?
Wow. There's a couple of reasons, according to the research. One
Because
is
they might.
no. Well,
No?
look, they could go into labour, but that's just life. But no, one of them is because they could get
They're
too
allergic
emotional.
to mosquitoes.
That's always a possibility. But no,
Do you want to get that, Simon? Just bang it on the bed.
I'll
Simon.
get it in a minute.
Done. Yep, he got it.
Because they could be too vulnerable, too emotional.
I thought we read somewhere about that if a pregnant woman went to a funeral, then the spirit could then go into the womb.
Yes, that is another reason. They are vulnerable to souls. So yes.
I missed that bit.
I hadn't said it yet. You just
Oh,
jumped
you hadn't
ahead.
said
No.
it. I'm thinking, I don't remember that.
No. So there's a couple of reasons. One, yes, the superstition side is the fact that they are vulnerable to souls, whether it is the soul of the person whose funeral it is or any other souls that may be around.
But that's okay. They can walk down the street and, yeah,
Yeah. Considering the fact that spirits are everywhere.
Exactly.
that's right.
Not
yeah.
just-
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't
But
know
then
about,
another reason they said, yeah.
Hang on. No, there you go.
But they also said that due to the emotional state of a pregnant woman, it means that they could be at more risk of a miscarriage.
Yeah, but getting hit by a bus would be,
Yeah, well, definitely.
definitely
But
Yeah,
everything.
so that I think that's a debunk in
Yeah, but
itself.
the emotional risk would still be there even if they weren't at the funeral itself.
Exactly.
So-
your emotions are heightened as it is.
So technically it's unavoidable.
So Simon said before we went on, before we were doing some work and talking about all these people with superstitions, how the hell did they say all this stuff? And it was because, I reckon it was because of attention.
It could be,
I
yeah.
want to...
Or people
now,
see
if-
the
if-
coincidence of things happening.
Now, just if you hear birds in the background, it's not that we're playing anything. We've got birds up there, and there's a dog and all sorts. We've actually moved our location for our podcast out of the old tree house into the big tree house.
The large tree house with a very
And,
large tree.
So we're just going to trial this out for a little while. So if there's any issues with quality of sound, well, then we'll change it. But if you are hearing birds, it's real. Yeah. It's not just someone being knocked out. And
We've taken the podcast on the road.
yeah. What else do we have?
Celebrities die in threes.
Well, I mean, it all just tends to be in the US. Every second day you hear of someone dying of something, but then I often look. I'm probably going to get into trouble saying it, but I often think, oh, poor Joe Blogg, he passed away. but he was doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you've got the money and you can afford to do it and you do this, but you OD'd and like, yeah, I've never done all of that, so I would have no idea probably what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking, yeah, it's sad that people can get to that level, but you know, oh, he shouldn't have died so young. Well, yeah, he probably wouldn't have if he didn't do this, and this. But yeah, celebrities. You don't hear a lot about it in Australia. You know, you tend to get the ones that are dying of cancer and all sorts of things over here. But yeah, US tends to be the big one.
But the thing is with this one, it's actually been proven to be an urban myth.
Urban, like Keith.
Yeah, no. So Keith isn't involved.
Is he one of Keith's family?
No.
No,
So what
he's
happened was that Ed McMahon, Farrah Fawcett, and Michael Jackson died within 3 days of each other. Right? So because
Did they do a pact?
they're
to go,
fairly
"We're
big
all going
names.
out. We're going out together.
they're fairly big names across the world.
They're going to meet Harold Holt in the Russian
yes, exactly,
submarine.
the Russian submarine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when it was researched, it's the only time it actually happened in 25 years. So even though the myth came out that celebrities die in threes, these are the only proven 3 celebrities in 25 years that it happened to.
Someone's got nothing else better to do.
Nothing after that.
Nothing. There's usually a few more days, not within.
Not within that.
But yeah, because they died within 3 days.
Come on, Simon. You've got
got
something in
something.
there.
You've got
I don't-
something. He's thinking. He's thinking. The clocks are turning.
I mean, there's these celebrities die in threes, right?
Yep.
But technically
coming.
speaking, someone dies every day. So every 3 days, you still got another death anyway.
Exactly.
It shouldn't
These
matter.
are the one. These
if
are
it-
the only ones that we know about.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter that they're celebrities. The amount of people that pass away should overrule that.
But if celebrities die in threes and they've got a lot of money, they've got access to drugs like you said before, then that's probably why.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because if you've got money and, you know, if you've grown up to be wealthy all the time and you don't know the difference between being financially struggling and financially secure,
Yeah.
like with millions of dollars, you get bored. Right?
But yeah, I was going to say,
Yep.
and the other side of that is that they can't just walk down the street like you and I. They're in a very small world. It's only them and their posse. That's all.
yeah, exactly.
They
Yeah,
don't have
and you
anything else.
always see people going, I want to be treated like everyone else.
Yeah,
But
you
I don't
can't.
know. Yeah.
You can't be when you're doing that. So, yeah. Oh well, there you go. Interesting.
Yes. Now, the other one I know you guys have talked about a lot, and I think it's one that will pardon me.
Oh, you got the same
I
thing as what Simon had.
But I
on the
choked.
last-
I fully choked.
You
I
fully
copped it.
It will. But this would be one that is definitely, you would hope,
Pardon me.
you would hope is not something you should be doing, especially in your job. Holding your breath while passing a graveyard.
Yeah, I think Simon said that on one of our episodes before. We'd be stuffed.
You'd be stuffed.
Well,
We
long gone.
wouldn't be here doing this
No.
today
No.
if that was the case.
So I remember growing up, if you drove past a cemetery, you had to hold your breath and you had to lift your feet off the ground.
You had to lift your feet off
Had
the
to
ground.
lift your feet off the ground as you went past the cemetery.
What
How do you
happens
do
if
that?
And what happens if
So
you couldn't?
I was a kid, so I was in the car.
Oh,
so
in the car,
you'd
yeah.
hold, if you're driving past the cemetery, you had to hold your breath
Yeah.
and lift your feet off the ground.
But what's the whole thing about lifting your feet off the
I
ground?
don't know, but you had to do it.
That's
E-
odd.
Even though the wheels are still on the road
Yeah.
and you're still driving by that.
You had to lift your feet up because that way you weren't at risk of anyone taking over your body. Any spirits.
But the
Your
spirit
souls.
could
Yeah.
go through the road, into the tyres, up through the
Yeah, I know all that
cabin
now.
and gets you on the bum.
Yes, I know all that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
if
what-
that
yeah.
only if that still applied and that actually worked, can you imagine these paranormal investigators getting attacked? They just lift their feet up. Problem solved.
I'm up here, you can't get me. Nah, nah.
Like the guy from Ghost Adventures, Aaron.
Yeah.
Where's Aaron?
Yeah. Far out. All right. What else do we have?
All right. If a funeral procession stops, it is believed that someone who's in the procession will die. So if they stop when they're not supposed to have,
Like at a set of traffic lights.
yeah, or even if they're walking the procession, it means that another person who's in the procession will die. Plus, they must never pass over the same section of road twice.
Yeah, the Asian Buddhist, we used to do that. If you drove one way to the family home, you couldn't do a U-ing and come back.
Is
You'd
that
have
just
to,
so the spirit doesn't come
yeah,
back?
Yeah, like the zigzag and
Yeah.
From the
and
African
going
ones.
through
Yeah.
going through the wall or the roof. And,
Confusing the spirit so
Yeah.
they don't know where to come back to.
well, we debunked that.
Yeah, because it's
like, come on.
because it's like, so what? When you die, you lose your brain functionality of you knowing what's what.
Yeah, well, look, people still do it. It's still very common
Yeah.
in certain traditions.
But the stupid thing is that people have taken that on like that's serious.
oh, yeah, especially
Like,
in Africa.
You cannot drive past the same spot. No, come on.
Yep.
What happens if it's the only in and out?
That's why they zigzag.
You can't. Yeah, but imagine driving down a one-way street or a court in the middle of nowhere, and there was bush all around. You couldn't go any other way. You had to do a U-ing and come back.
I'm sure if the family
Do they
was
go?
so
oh,
full
I'm
on,
sorry, this is
they
we'll
would
allow
actually,
this.
Yeah, they would actually think of another way to do it.
Yeah.
What if there's
Airlift.
construction and the road's blocked off?
Yeah.
They would think of another way to get around it.
But what happens if there's physically no other way around it? Though?
They would work out. I'll meet you
No,
down
there
there.
isn't. There isn't. The only way is by airlifting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah. Hearse and a couple of cars.
I'm sure someone will try it.
You've been
Yeah.
on 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hearse
goodness.
gets lifted over. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that'll be Channel 7 News.
Just your average neighbour's sitting in his backyard while he's pool drinking a beer, looks up and sees a hearse.
Oh God. Yeah. All right. Well, that's an interesting one. But yeah, I know because I've been in the Buddhist funerals, and yeah, they do have very strong beliefs of that.
Yep.
But that I can understand certain of it because or of certain parts of it because their culture is very, very unique.
But that's
You
the
know.
thing. Like, we don't have to understand it. We just have to respect it, even though it may be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But-
that's like you were saying yesterday. People, their culture probably think we're weird.
Yeah, I agree
Mm.
with that. A lot of people think Aussies are weird.
Far out.
Especially with the whole Vegemite thing.
Oh, yeah, that's just wrong.
You know that comes from beer, don't you?
It's got yeast in it. Yeah.
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 So people can drink beer, but they can't eat a solid of the same thing.
No.
Have you
Because of-
seen those people who are doing the Vegemite challenge?
Yeah, but
It's
they're
disgusting.
doing. Yeah, but they're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
they're
I
getting a whole
couldn't-
tablespoon.
I know,
of it.
it's ridiculous.
it's
Like, yes, I'll
stupid.
try Australian foods,
It's
and
not-
then
but
it's a
that's-
whole
It's
spoonful.
not meant to be like that anyway.
Yeah,
There
no
are
one-
no Australians who can do that.
No, no. There's no way. Even if I put too much on toast, I feel it. So,
Yep. Yep. Sorry, it's got to be hot toast, melted butter, some Vegemite.
like,
That's
who
it.
made, yeah, but who made the rule saying you have to take a tablespoon of it? It's a whole different experience if you put it on something.
I
Yeah.
swear they look at it and think it's Nutella. It's got to be the same
Oh
as
yeah.
Nutella.
I guarantee it.
Oh, you could confuse them with it.
But then, Promite. Have you heard
No,
of Promite?
I've heard of
Promite's
it, but
wrong. Oh, it's disgusting. It's worse
Yeah.
than Vegemite.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, so this is one I've never heard of. So this is actually quite interesting. So I'm hoping you two have never heard of it. Phantom funerals.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Not
so what
Like
it
Phantom
is?
of the Opera.
No, not. You loved that.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It is believed that those who are gifted with the second sight or a clairvoyant can witness a funeral procession that isn't actually happening. So they get a vision of a funeral.
Mm.
And what that means is that it's foretelling someone's death of their community.
Oh, well, that'd be stuff then.
Yeah. So I've never seen it. I've never heard of this. But yeah, that's what it is.
What? No one's ever had a dream about.
No, I don't think it's a dream. I think it's just the fact they physically see it.
Yeah, but even if they physically saw it, you wouldn't know when that funeral takes place.
No.
It could be 65 years from now.
That's true. Yeah, it didn't say anything about that. But that's one.
Mm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and what does it?
It just isn't another way of foretelling someone's death. It doesn't tell you who, like, unless they can actually make out whose funeral it is.
See, I don't even that one about if that funeral stops and all that. I'm still thinking of that. Like I don't. Yeah, I remember just to go back to that. I remember I was driving a hearse from Camberwell down Burke Road. For those that are in Victoria, you'll know, or in Melbourne, you'll know what I'm talking about. the top of the hill from where the Lapine used to be, all the way down the hill. And this young kid, he was on a skateboard. He stopped, right? And he took his hat off. And I thought, I said to my conductor at the time, I said, that is so nice. You don't often see that. And we had 4 family cars behind us, like our coaches. And then all of a sudden, he puts the bird up. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
you know.
That's why I was laughing because I'm like, I know this story.
And then so my heart just went, you little, like, and the families, they didn't see him.
Thankfully.
what was the reason behind it?
He's an
He
idiot.
just wanted to be a total douchebag.
Haven't you been mooned on a funeral procession before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation? Do you look
just,
away
you
or
just
what?
have to keep driving. That's what you do. But I thought, because he did it, he saw us coming and he stopped and took his hat off. And I thought, at least he understands that. But imagine if that was his grandfather or someone that was in that and you saw that. You'd say, you know what, stop the car. I'm getting out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going to beat that guy to a tripe.
Throttle them.
You know, you would. That's disrespecting. But I thought that might come into, you know, he might be dead if the bloke in the back car gets out and
True. The
Yeah.
disrespect.
I
So-
wonder if they'll ever put a law around that stuff. Like if you disrespect like a cortege or a hearse or a deceased in there, you can be fined.
I
Yeah,
think
but what-
there are some in some countries.
yeah, but look what happens now. They
Not
don't
here.
care. They'll just
No.
cut in front of you. They don't care about you.
Oh no.
They'll beep you. They'll
Not
do
the
everything.
the old days of yes, they'd make sure they got if they saw us with lights coming, they'd merge out of the way and
Well,
Like-
you have some good people,
Oh, yeah.
but then you have people that will just completely. You indicate they see you, you're a hearse. You indicate and they speed up.
Yeah.
But also, too, like it used to actually be part of your driving lessons when you're learning to drive. They would tell you about what to deal with a funeral cortege. Now, not even mentioned.
I don't remember that, but
I never got taught that.
no.
Okay, well, I'm not as old as you.
Yeah.
I am older than you, but
Yeah.
I remember getting that conversation. Maybe that's because they were so excited about you being a funeral director that they were wanting to talk about it.
Why would they worry about that though?
They were discussing it. They were talking about what to do with
well,
the
yeah, I
funeral
never got it.
cortege.
No. They were telling me all sorts of other stuff, but not that. Yeah.
Well,
All
when
right.
when I was growing up, death was like one thing nobody wanted to talk about, and it's still like that these days.
Oh, yeah.
So
We're very different. We've definitely brought our kids up a lot more open to what on earth's going on in the world.
well, I reckon it should be like that because it's unavoidable. You're going to experience death one way or another sometime in your life,
Yeah.
whether it's your own or someone that you know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a fear factor because I know a lot of people, like we lost friends, we lost, people wanting to know us because they found out what we did. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
they
like-
couldn't handle it.
It's that whole catching death thing.
Yes, it's
If,
catchy.
if they show it, if they teach it in school like they do with reproduction and birth and all that,
Yep.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, they do grief counselling occasionally if it comes up, but other than that, no.
Because I guess it would take away all the grief counsellors and everything if people never experience grief, really.
Yeah.
Because
no,
didn't
no,
you talk to our school at the primary school at one stage?
Probably.
Yeah, about talking to at least the teachers about
Yeah,
having
but
a
they didn't do
conversation.
that,
They didn't
though.
want to know about it.
Should do that careers day.
Yeah.
Careers day. Well, what do you do for a living, funeral director? What exactly do you do? You go into the details and
See, now Careers Day isn't people; it's just institutions.
yeah.
Yeah.
You go there and it's just all the TAFEs and all that.
Yeah,
They
but what
don't-
happens if you don't want to go to TAFE or you don't want to go to uni, but you want to, they want to get into our industry, but as a young person, they just think that you're crazy.
Yeah.
You must be goth or you're into cults
sick.
or,
No.
Well, I've had that from my brother, my twin
Yeah.
brother. He goes, "Why are you so obsessed with death?" I said, "I'm not. I just like helping families go through it
yeah.
and helping the grieving process, and instead of having it such a dark eye like a sight from them, like
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
make it more vibrant."
Yep, exactly. That's why our colours are orange.
Yeah, because the other
Right.
colours weren't available.
No, you always had the vision.
The blacks and the whites and the blues, they were already taken. So I had to go with the
It doesn't
next
have
colour.
to be scary. It doesn't have to be morbid. We don't have to be the monsters.
No.
But no, that's the biggest thing, though. Like you said, people don't know how to get into the industry because it's not spoken about.
Mm.
And people think you have to go to uni. Like I thought you had to be. Well, before I got into this industry, I thought I had to, go to uni and study for 3 to 4 years. And it turns out you don't need any qualifications at all.
No.
Yeah, you just got to be a people person and
Empathy.
have empathy and yeah, just be normal.
Be able to
Like-
talk to anyone and have
If you-
respect for
Yeah,
anyone.
if you don't want to deal with people in their most vulnerable moment, then don't get into it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you have to talk to them all the time, but it's more that whole, just even if it's a look or an acknowledgement to that family knows that you've looked after their loved one, rather than just, I think we even said it on the last podcast about, people knowing, as soon as they're deceased, they turn into like,
Yeah.
you're a disease. Like now,
yeah.
I don't want to touch you. Ugh.
When nothing's really changed.
No.
No.
The only difference is that person is no longer with us, in that form that he or she was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, crazy. All right. What's the, you have anything else
I
on
have
there?
one more, and again, one I've never heard of. It's called the death crown.
Mm.
Okay. So it's an omen where out of nowhere there is a formed pattern of either a crown or a wreath that appears on the pillow of the soon-to-be deceased or recently deceased person. So it just appears on the pillow, the imprint and the pattern of a crown or a wreath.
Really?
So if the crown is discovered after a loved one's passed, so, for instance, they've passed away, they're being taken into care, and there is the pattern there, that means that they
Have
have...
memory foam?
That means...
How do they get the imprint on there
I
then?
don't know. That's the
Come
whole
on, Simon. You
mysterious...
need-
I haven't
you
finished.
need to
can't
dig deep. You need to dig
can't
deep at this
debunk
one.
when I'm still saying it.
Yeah. Well, I'm calling BS now.
Well,
That's
I
what
haven't
I'm
finished.
working
So
out.
what
That's-
it means, they
who's,
say...
Who's all in for BS? I am, yep.
Both of you got your hands up.
And isn't that weird because we're on vocal and no one can see us
No, I was
physically?
just going to say, that's why I verbalised.
It's a
Both of them
natural
have their
habit.
hands up. Okay, so what it means is if the wreath or crown imprint is there just after they've passed away, it's a sign they've been accepted into heaven and they passed away peacefully.
With the crown.
Or a wreath.
Is there an imprint for? Is there an imprint if they passed away but they weren't accepted? So
No.
they were left behind.
No, it doesn't say that.
No, that was a crown with a big mark
line
through
through
the
it?
middle. So it's a doodle.
I guess it's like a claw mark through your pillow.
But it only means that if it's discovered like quite quickly after they've passed. That means they've accepted in heaven.
So being accepted in heaven purely relies on how quickly it's been discovered.
Pretty much. That's what the Googling said.
So technically, it's on us
Yes.
to discover it. And if we turn a blind eye, I didn't like Joe, he passed away. I'll turn away for a while. Come back an hour. I've just discovered it. Sorry, buddy,
You didn't get in.
you didn't get in.
You missed the quota?
So where do those souls go then?
Don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm just telling you what I discovered. And that's what I'm saying. It's not something I've ever heard of, ever.
It could be earthbound, like you said yesterday.
Yeah,
Well, we hear a lot about earthbound ones.
that's it. You're here forever, eternity.
But then the question is, why are they earthbound and how can they not be earthbound?
Well, there's a lot of things on that saying they're earthbound purely because they have unfinished business or they don't know how to cross over or they didn't believe in something and they have to accept it before they're accepted further. There's a lot.
Did you guys ever watch Touched by an Angel?
Yeah, with
TV
the guy
show.
with the
Sounds
long
familiar.
hair.
No, not the Michael
that one.
Landon one.
Oh no.
No. But Touched by an Angel was with a lady. She was an angel and she would go into people's lives when they needed her, but she was an angel, but she'd become part of them, like a normal person, and then help them do whatever they needed to do to help their loved ones do their
And then
unfinished
just
business.
get in there, they feel, geez, that's just like deja vu, isn't it? People coming into your lives for a reason, and then all of a sudden,
Now I've got to find that.
then they just
Michael Landon
disappear.
one.
Like,
Yep. I think we've all experienced that.
Yeah.
So, death crown. Like,
As I said, I've
I'm just
never heard
thinking,
of it.
of pillows. Like, you lay on a pillow, you get up, and it's not normally that. You don't normally see that.
Highway to Heaven. That's the one with Michael Landon.
Yeah.
He was an angel too.
Yeah, but that would have been an earlier one, wouldn't it?
He's a probationary angel.
Oh, so he's not even a full one.
No, he wasn't a fool.
He's not qualified yet, mate.
That was 1984. That was out.
Yeah, and what's the other one? Touched by an angel.
Touched by an angel.
Can you help me, Angel? Sorry, mate. I'm on my P's.
Yeah, no. I've done my quota for the week. I have to be supervised.
Touched by an angel was 1994.
So 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're angels that are sent to earth to help people having great difficulties where they learn valuable lessons. So they're here as a reminder about God.
Okay, yeah.
And the other one is he's sent to earth to help an ex-policeman to assist individuals in distress. I used to love these shows. I don't remember
Yeah,
why.
I do remember them. Yeah. Ah. All right. Do you have anything, Simon, that you want to...
Yeah, I got one superstition.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's not the glove, is it?
Black cats.
Oh, black.
And if a black cat in nursing homes or hospitals, especially the small hospitals, they said that if a black cat sat on a client there or a patient, they were going to die soon.
When are
And
cats in hospitals?
Have you seen that, though? Have you physically seen
I haven't seen it,
It's like someone going, oh.
but there's been like a lot of documentaries on it and stuff like that, especially in nursing homes. Like there'll be a cat that just wanders the halls in a nursing home, and if they sit on anyone, then that's usually represented that person's going to die soon.
So it has to be black. It can't be a tabby or a ginger.
Yeah, they just said black, yeah.
I've never seen a cat in a nursing home.
And in
Oh,
general,
yeah, there's lots.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
And in general, black cats supposed to represent like dark or evil or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
supposedly great at Halloween.
Yeah, that's why the witches have black
Yeah,
cats.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was that? Sabrina,
Sabrina the
Sabrina
teenage witch
witch. Yeah.
with her
But then
black
again,
cat.
animals in general can sense when someone's going to
Oh
die.
yeah. Oh,
So it's
yeah.
not just cats.
So if Maisie's sitting there, crocheting some
flowers.
or something like that, and then all of a sudden, you've got this cat comes up. And, you go, Maisie. That's it. You haven't got long. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's why people don't like cats.
Yeah, it's like get away from me.
We had a cat.
Yeah, but it was pure white.
It was.
Yes. Angel of about 14 kilos.
It was huge. Huge cat.
Yeah, it was more like a mountain lion than a cat. Poe, his name was.
Mm-hmm.
Poe. P-O?
P-O-E.
POE.
Yeah. we
But
got
his
that
sister
from-
was a pure black cat.
Yeah.
And she had 3 names, depending on your mum's mood.
What'd she have?
Misty,
Yep.
Sabrina,
Yep.
and there was another one.
Yeah. Probably, hey, you cat.
But
Get
yeah,
here.
their attitudes, the black cat definitely had an attitude.
Oh, yeah, she was dark, that cat. Go up to her. It's like, I can just want to touch you.
Oh, it will when you're dying.
It's like, oh, why are you coming up and patting me now? Like coming up and resting yourself. Yeah, no,
I'm
very,
preparing
very
you.
But then again, there's other cat superstitions. They say if you put a cat in the empty cradle or cot of newlyweds, then a baby will arrive soon.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want a cat in,
No, I wouldn't
in
want a
the
cat in that
cradle
either.
because when that baby comes home, that cat goes, blanket,
Yeah.
and straight on top of it.
And then
Yeah.
also it says if a cat sneezes 3 times, someone's going to catch a cold.
You know what Simon's going to do now that he's got this new kitten at home? You'll be watching that. Quick, get onto the vitamin C, Kate.
It sneezed twice the other day. It didn't sneeze a third, so I think I'm safe.
But then in Japan, China, and other Asian cultures, all cats are seen as a symbol of good luck and prosperity.
But if
Yeah.
the cat sneezes 3 times in my house, there's 2 of us living there, so I just hope the cat gets it.
Depends on what side of the room you're in at the time and before a Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If it's between Sunday and Wednesday, it's Kate. It's
Yeah.
Black cats are supposed to ward off evil.
They're supposed to warn off evil,
Ward off evil, yep.
not bring evil.
Not bring it.
Mm.
If you keep a black cat safe and well cared for, they will reward you by frightening away evil spirits and bringing wealth
Yeah.
into your household.
So what that's meaning is don't piss the black cat off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's basically saying if you do good by me, because I'm the boss,
Yeah. Then
I'll
I will
protect
look
you.
after
Otherwise, I'll feed you to your demons.
That's right. Yeah.
They're
so
good.
That,
They're good
see, that
feng
in
shui.
itself. That in itself is a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
Mm-hmm.
also when you adopt a cat, they say the cat picks you, you don't pick the cat.
Yeah. So you had Tiger come up and go, and where's that other one? What was the other one called?
Remy.
Remy.
Yeah, she was like antisocial.
Yeah.
Last thing I wanted is a cat just hides in the room and you never see it.
Yeah.
And then you're wondering where your money going. Oh, that's right, I got a cat.
Yeah.
I just
don't
read
know where it
something
is.
here that is so bizarre. In the Netherlands, cats are apparently believed to be gossiping creatures. So people will not have private or important conversations around cats because they believe they'll go blabbing to someone else.
The cat will.
The cat will.
To like other humans.
Yeah. They will happily blab all your deepest, darkest secrets. For that reason, people try not to have important or private conversation while a cat's
So
in
if
the
you
room in
walk
case it's
outside
listening.
and you see the neighbour's cat and it just snobs you and you think,
you're
oh,
safe.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, you've heard. You heard the conversation that we had last night about you, you little, oh, you wait until I get you.
Comes and sprays your porch.
Take that. Psst. Ah, wow.
Yeah, there's heaps. We go down a never-ending rabbit hole of cats.
Mm. Anything else superstition-wise?
No, not on my research. Have you discussed the coin on the eyes before?
We did sort of, didn't we?
Yeah, we touched base on it just very lightly.
Oh, Emma will fill you in with that,
I will.
won't you?
Yes, I will. So the reason, why do you think they put coins on eyes?
To stop the eyelids from opening.
Yeah, that's one of the logical reasons. Yes, yes, because the coin is heavier, and they want to keep the eyes closed. Because obviously, you have to keep the eyes closed so that the spirits can't see where they are. Oh, he's terrible. Why else?
To
Well,
stop the deceased from
To
looping.
pay the spirits man. It's like, yo,
Yep.
let me in. Or what was it? Something to do with the riverman or something?
Yeah, for Hades. Yeah, they've got to pay
Hades?
They've got to pay the river guy to be on the boat as they're going through Hades.
What happens if he's got to pay like a tap and you've just got coins? Because I don't take cash, mate.
Well, look, I don't have an
Like,
answer
would
to
you
that.
have to
You
put
can
an
ATM
FPOS
on the
machine? Yeah,
But how-
FPOS machine on their face.
Well, in today's society, yeah, you will have to.
Yeah, the little squares.
Little square.
I love it, we're
The
both doing
QR
that.
code on the inside.
But we're assuming that he would accept all kinds of currency from,
Exactly.
from a world that he is not.
A part of.
And the currency, it's like they're like Chinese money.
Yeah.
You can't use it here.
No.
No, you'd have to go
What's
convert
he
it.
going to use it for?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a big they all have a gathering once a month,
And
they
this
all
is my
bring,
collection?
Yeah, they all come and all the different cultures go, oh, what do you got? And I go, oh, I got 5,000 baht or whatever. Oh, well, I'll take that and I'll give you this.
It could be. There'll be a barter. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll barter and they'll
Barter
exchange.
system.
Barter system,
And
yeah.
I'm just thinking weird things in my head about that. That would be,
That could
they
be just
all
strange.
get together.
So technically speaking, could you just give him a 5-cent piece?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't specify the
no, it
coin.
can be any coin.
Just says the coin has to be, obviously the coin needs to be heavy enough to close
Depends
the
on
eye.
how you want that journey to go.
But yes. But now I've got
That's
a
probably
question.
why a lot of the Asian cultures will line the coffin with like bills, like
Yeah, because
fake
they
money.
need the money to go where they're
Yeah.
going. They need it for their next life.
Yeah, but
yeah, we were talking about that too. But
it was the Egyptians, yeah?
yeah,
Oh, Egyptians did it. Nordics do it. Scandinavians. A lot of them would take their slaves with them too, so they'd someone to look after them.
Yeah, I've seen that in like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if someone died and he had slaves, they would kill the slaves and throw them in the same grave.
yeah, sacrifice.
Sacrifice, yep.
Yeah. So
But their wealth and they all had to take things with them.
But that's assuming that they have, they're guaranteed that where they're going,
Exactly.
everything goes with them.
But that's their belief. There is no. Yeah,
you
that's
would
where
be-
your
yeah,
debunking will now
I
come
think-
in.
I think you would be really annoyed if it if all your stuff didn't go. That's like going on an airplane and your luggage doesn't
Your luggage
turn
didn't
up
arrive, yeah.
Yeah.
ever. Like that's it.
Or you get there and you go, I'm just waiting for my delivery.
I haven't even read the book that was in my bag, and you've saying that now my luggage is gone. I paid $3 on Amazon for that.
$6 shipping. Sorry, I don't have Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah, got our prime.
Yeah, like
Now you said something before, which reminded me of a question. It's actually not related, but I had a question. Have you seen QR codes on people's headstones?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Yes.
on TikTok.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And you scan the QR code,
quite
and it,
good. I
it was
like that.
beautiful. And they were that was their last dance.
Yeah. It's like a video memory of their last moments or their
Yeah.
most cherishable.
Yeah,
moment.
that they've. So obviously, do they all obviously would organise that when they get the stone made, or
Oh, I think you can just do a QR code and put it onto whatever, like even metal, and
Yeah.
do you
Just
think
stick
it's
it
going
on.
to keep? It's going to be more and more.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be at an additional cost.
yeah.
But no, I'd never seen that, and I thought it was beautiful.
So it's a way families can go visit the tombstone or the grave and then QR code
See them.
and then see them live
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather than their last memory being
Yeah,
in the
I
head.
thought that was definitely something new.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was in America or if that was.
Oh, it'll be somewhere over there.
Yeah.
They come out with some.
Australia will be the last place to come out with stuff
True.
like that.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, they used to have these beautiful glass or clear type headstones, and the photos were magnificent. But then the cemeteries refused to take them.
Really?
Yeah, it's when I was over on the other side, like Ferntree Gully, and they used to have them up in one of the country or the hill cemeteries, and then all of a sudden the company said, "Oh no, it's because the other monumental masons aren't able to do that." It's
So
like,
it
well,
was enough
isn't-
competition.
Isn't that like why would that not be allowed? Long as it meets the standards, why can't you have that?
They got pressure because they were losing business.
It's
That's
like,
why.
I
Yeah.
can only do it in grey. It's like, well, I can do it clear with a picture. Oh, I'm going to do that. You know,
Yeah.
big sookie lala.
That's what it'd be.
So, oh no, look, I think moving forward, there's going to be a lot more people that will come out with weird and wacky things, which is great. You know,
Well, it's like
All
the
for it.
cemetery that doesn't have plaques, just a GPS to find where you're buried.
yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Especially if your technology goes down.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah. I think that's in New South Wales.
Especially around Leongatha.
I'm in a
Oh,
blind.
yeah.
I'm in a
You wouldn't wanna
black
bring
spot.
Wouldn't want to bring the GPS system out.
Next time I go to Leongatha, I'm downloading offline maps. I'm not.
Oh my god.
That was an effort. That was an effort.
Well, look, we're coming up to 40 minutes of chewing the fat, so to speak. I think everywhere along the line, we've covered a lot of superstition. Once again, for those people that have listened, thank you very much. We have plenty other episodes you can listen to. If this is the only one, go back to number 1 and try it all over again. Don't forget TikTok, Let's Chat About Death podcast. Also, as Simon said on our last episode, our merchandise that was brought out because of you guys. Go to our TikTok, Let's Chat About Death, and into our bio. And there is the Shopify link there. Or what's the other address?
You can Google Let's Chat About Death Shopify and it should
Yep.
come up with the merchandise store.
There you go. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Learn
then I
anything
don't-
every day.
Google has everything.
Yeah. So go and buy yourself something, even if it's just a coffee mug. And that way I can get off bread, get onto something different. No, I'm joking. So, no, thank you very much. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Emma, for coming on. And now we've got that debunk thing here. Like, yeah. Debunked. Yep, there we go. Lovely. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.